Alright, y'all. Today we're gonna be talking about the misconception of karate and how we fight. So I'm gonna show y'all a couple of videos of people who really just don't have that good of an understanding of karate as a whole, and I'm gonna just try my best to explain why their way of thinking just isn't the best. Okay, so this gonna be the first video that I show y'all, and it's basically just him saying how point karate versus any other art would just lose instantly.
Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you a fight between a boxer and a taekwondo black belt or karate black belt. We talk about a real fight, not a point fight like.
Alright, y'all, so I had paused it here because he said that it was gonna be a real fight scenario, but he continues to talk about point fighting.
How the karate and taekwondo guys do, like we're talking about a real fight, about an MMA fight or a street fight. Yeah, the fight will begin like this. The karate or taekwondo guy, black belt, gonna start like this. They're gonna start looking for the pointing, yeah, like they're gonna.
Alright, so I paused it here too because he said if a karate fighter got into a real fight, they will look for the point, which doesn't even make sense. Why would you look for a point in a real fight?
Do the fancy kicks, but the boxer gonna do like a straight right hand or left hook, boom. He gonna go down like this, then he can do this shit like at home. You know what I'm saying? A boxer who trains 1 year can beat a black belt karate guy or taekwondo guy. If somebody say, I have a black belt in karate, I have a black belt there, I have a black belt there.
I also paused it here because just because you got a black belt doesn't mean you know how to fight. Like, it's a very common misconception. Like, the higher your belt rank is, the more you're going to know how to fight, which is just a common misconception. All the belt ranking show is just what you know in the art itself. It doesn't tell you that you're a better fighter than anyone else.
Don't be scared. What he gonna do? He gonna kick you like this or what? That's why train boxing, train the real stuff like Muay Thai or something like this, yeah? Or kickboxing.
Alright, so this is going to be the next video that we look at, and it's really just another person having a misconception about point sparring being karate as a whole. But yeah, let's get into it.
Useless martial art is by far karate, and I made this video a while back, got a lot of slack for it, but I'm explaining myself, so stick around. I had a ton of karate students and karate professors in my comments talking about how they wanted me to spar them, X, Y, and Z, how I didn't know what I was talking about. Every time I checked one of their pages and I saw their sparring, one, it was touch sparring. Two, half of them had like literal face shields on. They weren't even getting punched in the face. Then I decided, let me look up a karate national tournament. The girl literally tapped someone's shoulder and started cheering and breaking down because she won. I don't know about y'all, but if that was a real...
Alright, y'all, so he goes on to talk about if that was a real fight and that wouldn't have worked, which the thing is, it's not a real fight, and that's what they struggle to comprehend for some reason. Like he said, he searched up national tournament without any specification, so all he saw was point fighting.
Fight. I don't know how they could react to getting hit in the face for real.
As I was saying, you're not meant to hurt the person in point fighting. It's meant to be controlled techniques, and you're supposed to score points, hence the name. Alright, so I got a point fighting clip right here, and this isn't actual fighting, right? So I hope you don't think that. The first comment literally said they came from Cobra Kai and how disappointed they was, that just shows that they don't have much knowledge because they came from a fake show. Now I got some clips for y'all to the form of fighting in karate that most people should be referring to, but they don't. And they like to refer to point fighting, which I don't know why, when they compare it to other arts like boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA. As you can see, we actually do train like combat sports when we are competing like combat sports like this sometimes, but most of the time we do point fighting, so that's why people see that a lot. But if you're going to compare a combat sport to karate, if the style of karate that you're looking at is not training like a combat sport, don't compare it to another combat sport. If you compare karate to combat sports, we definitely can hold ourselves out against them. And we don't just fight like how point fighters do, right? And the styles I'm showing you now are Kudo and Kyokushin. Kyokushin was the first one, and then Kudo was the second one. And we don't really punch to the head because we're a bare knuckle form. So if we do punch to the head, we got headgear like we do, like you see now in this video. That's all for this video. And if you're going to compare karate to combat sports, make sure you compare it to karate styles who actually train like combat sports.